My friends, my followers, and my global community, welcome. If you are reading this, it means you have made a conscious decision to stop trading your limited time for money and start forcing your money to work for you. Okay, I want you to really let those words sink in for a second. That right there is exactly how Chaudhry Zishan opens the architectural blueprint for wealth. In this explainer, we're making a massive mindset shift. From this very second, you are stepping out of the passenger seat and you are stepping up as the CEO of your financial future. We're talking about serious structural wealth creation here.
Okay, let's dive into this. Today, we're focusing squarely on chapters 2 and 3 of Zishan's incredibly powerful work, Stock Market Mastery. We're going to completely strip away all the noise, the flashy headlines and those wildly complex charts. Instead, we're looking directly under the hood of global wealth. We're exploring the market not as some chaotic casino, but as a beautifully logical machine that operates on highly predictable rules and mechanics.
And this brilliantly illustrates our exact roadmap for today. 1. Welcome to wealth creation. 2. The anatomy of a share. 3. Defeating the inflation tax. 4. Navigating the market matrix. 5. The digital matching engine. And finally, 6. Choosing your brokerage gateway.
Section 1. Welcome to wealth creation. Shattering the illusion. So, why do so many hardworking, ambitious individuals stay on the sidelines while insiders build generational wealth? Well, it's mostly because the financial elite have intentionally built this massive wall of confusion. They use intimidating jargon and complex math just to make investing seem like some sort of dark art, right? Something reserved only for people with Ivy League degrees. But here's the actual truth. The stock market is just a beautifully logical machine. It honestly doesn't care about your background or where you came from. What it actually cares about is discipline, patience, and having a solid system. Remember, you're the CEO now, and a CEO relies on proven mechanics, definitely not luck. Section 2. The anatomy of a share, beyond the ticker. Now, what's really interesting here is how we need to completely redefine our perspective. A stock isn't just some abstract ticker symbol blinking red or green on a screen. It is an actual, legal document of fractional corporate ownership. Think about it like this. When you buy a share of a coffee company, you legally own a tiny fraction of their espresso machines, their beans, their cups. The source material instructs us to treat every single stock purchase exactly as if you were walking down the street and buying the entire local shop. You are buying a living, breathing enterprise. Because when you own that single fractional share, you are acquiring tangible, real-world assets. You literally legally own a piece of that corporation's physical inventory. You own a fraction of their real estate. You own a slice of their brand equity, which, by the way, probably took them decades to build. And crucially, you own a legal right to a portion of their future cash flows. So you aren't just gambling on a digital number jumping around, you are acquiring productive assets. And those productive assets, they fuel the absolute engine of wealth, which is exponential compounding. See, when your high-quality businesses yield a return, or when they pay you a portion of their profits as a cash dividend, and you take that and immediately reinvest that capital right back into buying even more shares, you create this massive snowball effect. Over a multi-year horizon, your returns literally begin generating their own returns. Your money does all the heavy lifting for you, working 24/7 without breaking a sweat. Section 3. Defeating the inflation tax. Protecting your purchasing power. So we've been talking about growing wealth, but there's this silent force trying to destroy it, and that's the inflation tax. We so often think of keeping cash in a traditional bank savings account as the safe option, right? But leaving your money sitting idly is actually a guaranteed way to lose wealth. It just sits there under the quiet weight of inflation, which is continually melting away your real purchasing power. On the flip side, high-quality equities act like a shield. Historically, they're one of the core asset classes actually capable of outpacing inflation over time, completely preserving and even growing your buying power. So what's the ultimate end goal of accumulating all these assets and defeating inflation? Well, it all boils down to a very precise mathematical crossroad: true financial freedom. This is reached at the exact moment when the total cash flow generated by your invested portfolio completely covers your baseline annual cost of living. At that specific crossroad, working totally shifts from being a necessity to becoming entirely optional. And honestly, that is the true power of this system. Section 4. Navigating the market matrix. Entering the ecosystem. Let's pick up the pace a little bit here, because we're transitioning from the foundational laws of wealth right into the fast-paced digital reality of the modern financial ecosystem. We're essentially entering the machine.
This ecosystem is basically a massive network of electronic networks designed for one primary thing, and that's continuous liquidity. Public exchanges, like the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq, are highly regulated digital marketplaces. This is exactly where buyers and sellers from all over the entire planet converge to exchange those fractional shares of corporate ownership we just talked about. Let's move to and see how this builds out the exact players in the game. You really need to know who you're sharing this digital ecosystem with. You are stepping into a true matrix of participants. Sure, you've got retail investors like you and me, but you're also swimming with the absolute sharks. Multi-billion-dollar pension funds, lightning-fast, high-frequency algorithmic computers, and market makers whose entire job is to literally just sit there and ensure there is always continuous buy and sell liquidity available for everyone else. Section 5. The Digital Matching Engine. Speed of the market. So how do all these wildly diverse participants actually connect to trade those shares? Well, every exchange operates an order book. Step 1, you just click buy on your smartphone or computer. Step 2, your order is instantly routed into the exchange's electronic matching system. And Step 3, the engine scans the globe and pairs your buy order with an opposing seller. This entire global handshake happens in a matter of milliseconds. We're talking literally faster than the blink of a human eye. That is the digital matching engine in full action. Section 6, choosing your brokerage gateway, plugging in. So the crucial point is, to access this high-speed global network and actually execute your CEO-level strategy, you absolutely need a reliable connection. Your broker is your mandatory gateway to the financial system. You can't just pick any random flashy app to handle your wealth. You have to prioritize firms using a really strict framework. You want to look for top-tier regulatory licenses to ensure they operate ethically. You want completely transparent fee schedules so that inflation tax isn't just magically replaced by hidden broker fees. Look for clear insurance protections on your cash deposits, and of course, robust platform stability so your gateway doesn't suddenly crash when the market is moving fast. We've completely shattered the illusion today. We redefined what it actually means to own a stock, we've embraced compounding, and mapped out the digital matrix of the modern market. You now have the architectural blueprint for chapters 2 and 3. The tools are all laid out and the mechanics are crystal clear. Are you ready to become the CEO of your financial future? Because true wealth is built brick by brick, trade by trade, and year by year. If you're ready to keep building and to master the exact mathematical rules of risk management to protect your capital, you definitely won't want to miss our next deep dive. For next chapter, subscribe to the channel, keep learning, stay entirely focused, but before you go, ask yourself one thing. If you don't take the CEO seat of your financial life today, who will?